What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today. And today we have another model comparison in the third rendition. So I hope you guys are excited for it. If you guys are, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on the notification bell so you guys never miss out on any content to come. Okay, I do want to say real quick, these have been recorded consecutive 3 days. So the Spirit, the American 787, and the Southwest were all in 3 days. So I have not seen the request yet. Quite a ways ahead of you guys for this one probably. So I do apologize about that. But I promise when I do start seeing those requests, I will start doing those. But these are pretty easy and fun to film. So I thought we'd do another one here. Today, we have two renditions of the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700 in the heart paint scheme. We have the BlueBox / Aero Classics version that came out in 2014. And then we have, or maybe 13 or 14. Then we have the 2015 from the July release of Southwest 737-700. So again, we have another fun comparison. I'll put on the screen all the context. And if you missed the first two episodes, you can go there to see how it all works. But for everybody that already knows, fantastic. And we are gonna begin with this comparison. Okay, so beginning with the nose area of the aircraft, as you can tell, they're both very, very similar. Now, both of these, I will say the height may look weird because both of these have had landing gear adjustments. This one, actually, I took off a Herpa 767-400 that broke and I put it on there, so that's why the height may be a little messed up. And for this Southwest, I believe it's been reattached. I do have my other Southwest 737-700 so you guys can see how it actually sits. It's kind of falling apart and it's tail heavy, so I didn't want to really show it, but that's how it's supposed to look. In full context. Both noses are very good and I gave both of them a 5. Very well done by BlueBox and GeminiJets. The fuselage is also very well done. As you can tell, everything is proportional and correct in that regard, so I gave both of them a 5 in that department. For the wing and engine, so as you can tell, there was a couple things I did notice in this spectrum right here. So as you can tell, we have the wings here for the BlueBox on the left and Gemini on the right. Sorry, sometimes it's still tail heavy, but other times it's not, just like right there. So the main things I noticed is that the engines seem a little big on this one, but that's all right, it's not bad. But here's the significant difference. Obviously you have your lack of detail, which I was gonna mention that, lack of detail, but we'll talk about that in a moment. It's not bad for Aero Classic standards. The winglet is slightly bigger on the BlueBox than the on the BlueBox and GeminiJets, as you can see, not by much, but just by a couple millimeters. And with the lack of detail and everything, I decided to give the BlueBox a 4 and the Gemini a 5. And then for the landing gear, once again, these are Aero Classics landing gear. They tend to fall off, and that one just completely snapped off. And then the Gemini, these have had some issues as well, but for the most part, they've been pretty decent on this mold. And then here's the how the nose wheel is supposed to look right there on that one. So I gave the GeminiJets a 5 and the BlueBox, a 4. For the tail and horizontal stabilizer area, this is actually one place where I do prefer the BlueBox version, because as you can tell, it has the flat horizontal stabilizers, but on the Gemini, this is somewhat a QC issue, but it's very present through a lot of the models. Let me see it. Sorry, I couldn't really get it lined up there. As you can tell, the horizontal stabilizers are somewhat crooked. They're not as bad on that one, but on this one, they are very horrendous. So I gave the BlueBox a 5 and the Gemini a 4. For the details, obviously this is where GeminiJets is really good in, especially in even in 2015 as well. As you can tell, you have your antennas, the all that landing gear detail down there, and then the dots there, your baggage doors and everything. It was pretty well done, and then your top detail as well here. And then on the BlueBox, as you can tell, nothing really on the top whatsoever, nothing on the bottom, very plain. And I didn't give it the worst score in the world, or not as low as it could have been, just because of it being Aero Classics. So I gave the Aero Classics a 3 and the GeminiJets a 5. The color is very well done by GeminiJets here. This looks very, very right to me. I thought they did a superb job on it. And then for the BlueBox, it is slightly dark. I about gave it a 3, but I decided to give this one a 4 for the BlueBox and Gemini just a 5. The quality control's also been good. This one actually snapped on me, just like the American 787 just randomly broke. This one did as well. So I glued that back, and then this one had that landing gear issue, but none of the wings, engines, or horizontal stabilizers, tail, or anything have just completely come flying off, so I gave both of them a 5. And then finally for the mold, I did give both of them a 5. This one's pretty good, very accurate, and pretty gosh darn good for Aero Classic standards. This one I gave a 5 as well. I do want to make note that it is tail heavy most of the time, and I'll show you a prime example of that right here. This one is unsittable, it just will not sit. So yeah, and plus it has the broken landing gear back there, so it would be even worse if it had both landing gears, but I still can't get it to sit regardless. So that makes this one, or I did want to note that, but I still decided to give it a 5. So that will lead us to our final ratings. Both these models are pretty gosh darn good. The color and the details and everything are the main differential. The BlueBox added up to a 40 out of 50 or a 80%, which is not bad for Aero Class Small. Reminds me a lot of Spirit. They got a 70, or yeah, I believe a 78 in episode 1. And then for Gemini, I gave that a 49 out of 50 or 98%. It is very well done. They did a very nice job on it, and I thought it was super, super good. So, excuse me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys have any requests for any comparisons to come. I'm going to keep firing them out for you guys. They're really fun to do. Let me know what you guys think about this new series and everything, and what you guys think in general. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.